Hey everyone, in this video we're going to give you a 9-month update of our full-time adventure, and we'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and should you do it too. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Jim.
I'm Corinne.
And our channel is RVIntoRetirement, and we're all about full-time travel, part-time travel, and adventures. So as I said in the introduction, we're coming up on our 9-month period, and we're going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So what would you say the good parts have been so far?
Okay, so we haven't rehearsed this. The good has been just getting out. I mean, being away from, well, first of all, being away from the Phoenix area, especially during the heat wave and the long summer and the harsh storms they've had this summer. So I think that's number one. Number two is just being able to retire. So I've announced my retirement, so it's going to be next May. So to me, that's another good thing, because it means there are better things ahead of me, is more travel and more enjoyment of our travel. So I would say those are my two highlights.
And I would say my highlight is, look where I'm sitting, look behind me. We're in an absolutely gorgeous spot in the mountains of Idaho right now. Well, we have about a week left here, and we're going to be venturing south, not all the way back to Arizona, but just to more moderate climates, as it is getting cold here at nights. But we love the fall weather. It's been a long time for us living in the desert since we've gotten to experience fall, changing of the colors.
Yeah, pretty much goes from summer, hot, to winter. That's it, pretty much all you got. And then it goes back, you get maybe a week or two of spring, and then you have summer.
One of the things I really wanted to discuss is this week on Facebook, I saw a post and it said, what about community? Do you miss community being on the road? And I was taken back by that, because I have found the community on the road to be so much stronger than in my neighborhood. And I can give you a couple of examples. So part of the bad things that happen is you're going to have things that break and have repairs. And literally in the last week and a half, we've had a water leak, an air leak in our air system for our slides, and an electrical shortage. And we blew a fuse, and it's a hard fuse to get. Apologize for the airplane in the background, but the community that we have really came together. So to give you a couple of examples, last year when we were here at this park, we met our good friends George and Kathy, who live down in the Boise area. They reached out and offered assistance. They offered, hey, if I need to drive the coach down to Boise, they'll leave a key for me so that I can stay at their place. And these are people that we just met in the campground park next to us. Another couple we met over the springtime had seen that I was posting on the forums, which I'll talk about the community of the forums, that I had an electrical issue, immediately got on the phone and called me up. Again, these are folks that we just met by being next to each other, and we went out for breakfast on Easter and have become good friends with them. And so the forums, let me discuss the forums. I did a DIY video last week. I'm going to post it right up here. And I talked about the forums for your particular brand coach. So there usually is a private forum for your coach, and they walked me through step by step how to troubleshoot this electrical issue, going from the cord out at the power box all the way in, and checking fuses and everything else, and really narrowed it down. Now, without this community, you're going to be spending lots of money on service calls And it's not only about service. We have vacationed with some of the folks. We're planning on meeting up with others in Tucson this winter. So the community is amazing. It's strong. It's very friendly, much more friendly than anything you have in a sticks and bricks.
And we've only been on the road for 9 months.
Right.
It's just about 9 months. And then we also, I mean, there's other friends that we had that came up here and, were going to surprise us because they came to visit. And we know we'll see them this I guess, fall, winter, whatever you want to call it in Arizona. But it is quite amazing. We've lived in a couple communities with our house. Well, obviously 2 different houses, but didn't ever have those relationships because people just kind of go, especially in Arizona, and maybe it's like that everywhere, especially in the Arizona heat. People just go, drive into their garage, close their garage door, and then you never really see them. So it's not like people are outside, and I think that's part of this as well, that you're outside a lot, you're fixing things a lot, you're maintaining things, you're cooking.
Everybody likes to talk to you.
Yeah.
Everybody is interested, and that's the great thing about the community is it's a constant learning process also. Mm-hmm. Sharing of information is so key in the RV community that it's really important to get out there, talk to people, don't be a stranger. Just don't talk to them when they're pulling in or breaking down. That can cause stress. But other than that, people like to learn, and it doesn't matter what kind of rig you have. Get out there and meet people. So the community part is super strong. The other post that I saw was somebody just totally disliked the full-time RV life. They sold their house. They were upset that they sold their house. And they strongly encouraged everybody else to really think twice about it. And yeah, you should go into it knowing some of the things. It's not economical, and we did do videos on that I can post up here too, of talking about what to expect, but the benefits far outweigh being in a sticks and bricks type home. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I wonder, and I'm not on Facebook, but I wonder if when you say that, it makes me think of a couple things. Number one, did they go out longer term, like we did last summer, but trying to really go and live in it for a little bit, even when they had their house, to get a fair expectation. Were their expectations unreasonable?
Right.
Did they expect that either, I don't know, that they were going to the travel was going to be easier? Not that I'm saying the travel's hard, but the travel was going to be easier. Finding the campgrounds are going to be easier. The expense of it was going to be lower. I mean, what were their expectations? It sounds like their expectations weren't equal to what their experience was, and so we don't know that particular situation. But I think it's about experiencing it to an extent before you go out and start selling everything, because it's really going to be hard to rebuild that life. Not that you can't; you can always change your mind. But that's also why we had rented. Although at this point.
Rented our home, we still have our home, and
actually renting an RV is a really good idea if you don't own an RV. So I think like I said, don't know the situation, but I think that you need to make sure that you're not expecting something that is not going to be there. We are really loving this lifestyle. It makes us feel like I don't know when we'll go back to a house. I think we will eventually, but I don't know when. But have realistic expectations and be able to don't just take it from someone else that you don't even know, like on Facebook maybe.
Right.
That it's a great thing. I mean, you have to make sure that it's good for you.
And I think the second thing was that they didn't like the lifestyle. Goes back to what we talked about first, is the community. So get involved with the community, because they're going to help you out through the rough spots. And I think if you were just doing it and not talking to anybody, it probably wouldn't be as fun. Now, there's going to be things that come up. So we were out of our coach for a month due to unexpected repairs.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. And, those things can be unsettling, but we made the best of it. We visited family. We did a lot of things. We didn't let us stop us. Right now, as we're doing this video, I'm still waiting for this special high amp fuse that blew the other day. So we only have electric in half of our coach. I have an extension cord.
Going up through our bedroom, and then we have a little...
Going to our refrigerator just to make sure.
Yeah.
So you're going to run into things that are unexpected, but you just need to roll with the punches. And as I said, the community will come to your rescue.
But the other thing I want to just say about that is that happens in a house too. I mean, we've been homeowners for many years, and there's no way anyone can ever tell me that you didn't have things that unexpected, like a leak, flooding, something happened with your roof, something happened with your water system, something happened with your heating system that has stopped, your air conditioning wasn't working. These things happen, and it's just part of life. So I don't know that, we're having some repair, we are having some things that we have to fix. It's just I think it's just part of life. Unless you don't own anything and you just call your landlord, you're going to have it, whether you're in an RV or you're in a home.
Yeah, ironically, as we have our electrical problem at the same time, just yesterday, our solar panels had a problem a couple of weeks ago at home. And we depend on the solar panels because they provide 100% of the electricity. So we calculated that into our rent for the renter, that electric is included, but with the solar panels down. And so, that happened while we were away. I think she called us and she had a problem with the plumbing at one time. So there are things that are going to happen in either way. Mm-hmm. It just seems a little different when you're in a coach, and it's a weird feeling, but you get through it and it makes you stronger. Some of the other things I think we came through after 9 months is, originally we talked about just keeping our house, leasing it out, but we have a really good tenant, and as long as she stays, we will, but we'll probably sell. We'll probably sell a home. We're committed to this lifestyle for a while.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
There's no rush to go home and sit in our community and do the same old things. In fact, Corinne just had a conversation with her daughter from a previous marriage, and she was telling her that her ex-husband feels like he's accomplished the best things in life already. And we're sitting here just waiting for another 8 months until Corinne retires, and we could start our retirement adventure. And I'm like, holy cow. Yeah, he's pretty young to be.
Yeah, it's all perspective, I think. We've had our families, we've raised our kids, and those are all things that we love and that we're proud of and that we're glad that we've done. But life is not over yet. We have a lot more to do, and we have a lot more to see. And I think that's, to me, I can't imagine just going in and retiring. And for me, being in my house, especially knowing the community that I had there that really wasn't adequate for me, I can't imagine doing something other than what we're doing at this point.
Yeah, which makes me think of, we met this other couple, Joey and Susan, and Joey had some, his lifelong dream was to get an RV, and he got one 2 years ago, I believe it was, and we were side by side in Arizona for a while, and he ended up having a medical issue that for most people, they would have probably sold the RV, never considered doing it again, and he ended up surprising us coming up here with his RV. And when I talked to him about it, he said the RV and this lifestyle is what drove him to continue to do this lifestyle. And they have a home. also, and they were renting it out, and his wife had suggested that they go back into the house, and he said no. He didn't even want to do it, and the house was available to him. It wasn't rented at the moment, and he chose to stay in the Phoenix area in 120 degrees in his RV. And man, that's dedication, and there's something about this lifestyle that's so liberating and free that you really need to experience it.
I mean, he's amazing. It's amazing when you know the story, and how that's what kept him going, and that's what keeps him going. And now he wants to do this round the country trip this coming year. We're very happy. 9 months. We have no regrets. Some days I say, is what else is going to break, or what else is going to go? But honestly, we really haven't had anything major. I mean, this electric thing feels a little major because we don't have our microwave and oven are not working, and so, our TV is not working. There are things that are not working right now, but it's really this too shall pass.
It's getting to more like camping and stuff.
It is getting a little bit more like camping, although we still have our heat and everything, so that we're thankful for that. But it's really not that big a deal, and in the end, it's not going to cost thousands of dollars. It's really, the cost is minimal. It's just it's more of an inconvenience, I think. And obviously, it was frustrating for you that one day trying to figure out what happened, because we woke up and the electric just went off and we didn't know what happened. That was the scarier part. But once you had to troubleshoot it and you knew, it's really not that bad. You just have to have that go with the flow. And if you're not a go with the flow person, I don't think this may not be the lifestyle for you. You have to go with the flow. And I think I'm definitely a little go with the flow than you are. You are good once you know what the problems are. You want to know the problems.
Yeah, problems. I don't like going to bed with problems unsolved.
Yeah.
But 9 months in, we absolutely love it, and we will do a year-end wrap-up around the end of the year. We'll tell you the expenses. We did one mid-year where we talked about all the unexpected repairs, and we'll fill you in on how everything else is going. We're looking forward to doing boondocking with the Next Exit rally out in Quartzsite. So if you don't follow Next Exit, they're another YouTube channel that we watch pretty much all the time and enjoy some of their insights. And they helped us a lot, actually, before we went full-time. So for this week, that's a wrap. And thank you for coming by. Oh, thank you for all our subscribers, pushing us over 2,000 subscribers. We appreciate that. Thank you for coming back on a weekly basis. And what do you have to say, Corinne?
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.